in my life when I thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand.
But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling, just trying to make it through another day, you got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life.
Come on, get up on your feet.
Heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Thank you, Adela. Uh-oh.
All right, I think Spirit is trying to tell us something. We've got things to release. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I am Reverend Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I am so glad that you're with us today. We have our burning bowl and white stone ceremony today, and we are going to burn some old energy up and affirm something new for our lives. Yes? Yes, yes. If you are new and visiting for the first time, please see a welcome team member out in the hallway for a gift, especially for you. If you're viewing on Facebook or YouTube Live, please like and share this broadcast so we can continue to spread the wonderful news of new thought and science of mind out into the world. All right, I am going to read through our monthly affirmation, the last month of December. It is a sacred month, and we're going to read this all the way through, and then I'm going to invite you to say it with me. All right. I recognize that my life is sacred, and my consciousness grows as I become aware of the divine I am within. The sacred season is always in this now moment, and I am inspired to love, respect, and honor all of creation. Through acts of compassion, sacred service, and steadfast commitment to our science of mind principles, I freely and joyfully allow my inner light of love to shine out into the world. All right, let's say this together in one voice. I recognize that my life is sacred, and my consciousness grows as I become aware of the divine I am within. The sacred season is always in this now moment, and I am inspired to love, respect, and honor all of creation. Through acts of compassion, sacred service, and steadfast commitment to the science of mind principles, I freely and joyously allow my inner light of love to shine out into the world. And so it is. And so it is. All right, we have a few announcements. Who would we be if we didn't? Next Sunday, we'll have our potluck Sunday, and if you haven't attended one of our potluck Sundays, please come. We have some fabulous cooks and bakers here, and I always leave probably about 3 or 4 pounds heavier. So it's always a good time. And then on January the 10th, we will have our visioning board and intention setting workshop with practitioner Tony Jenkins, right? And I look forward to that. That's always a good way of sealing in what we affirm on our white stone today. And then on, what day is that? The 11th. All right, the next day, I'm going to have a manifestation workshop. You ever feel like sometimes you're affirming something and you're setting your intentions and you just don't see them manifesting and you wonder why? Well, I'm not going to tell you now. You're going to have to come and find out. So it'll be an after-service workshop, so please do attend. And then we have Avia and Inga out in the hallway with wonderful affirmation products, and they will even customize what you set in your stone for intention today. Special order. All right. Thank you for being here. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
For our affirmative prayer with Victoria, I invite you just to relax into your seats. Just exhale. And your cleansing breath. Open your mind. Unfold your heart. Relax your senses. Feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath. Release your grit. Love without waiting, without waiting. Slowly unhinge. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound.
Good afternoon. Let's all just relax right now. Not giving any thought to what you did before you got here or what you're going to do when you leave. Just totally present in this moment, at this time. Relax. Take a deep breath in through your nose, slowly out through your mouth. Again. Just relax. Relax in that breath. Relax in the breathing, knowing that the breath of God is breathing you. Knowing that right where I am, God is. Right here, right now. And know this with me. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is whole. That life is complete. That life is right where I am right now. always has been, always will be. And just as I know this is my truth, I know this is the truth of everyone within the sound of my voice and anyone who comes to mind, whether they're still on this plane or not. There's only one life. That life is God's life. It's omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, centered everywhere and circumference nowhere. Realizing that there's only one relationship that I need to pay attention to, just one relationship, because there is only one relationship, and that's my relationship with my higher power, the one that I call God. All other relationships flow in, through, and around it as it. I know God is my sufficiency, right here, right now. So I don't have to go out and look for anything or anybody to supply my needs, my desires. It's already done. Once I realize and know for a fact that God is my sufficiency. Seek first the kingdom. We hear that all the time. And that's the truth. Because when we seek first the kingdom within us, which is that God spirit within us, everything else flows to us because it's flowing from us to us. I mean, it's already done. So I'm just in an attitude of gratitude right now. I give thanks for this center. I give thanks for the ministers. I give thanks for the practitioners, the members, the visitors. I just give thanks, knowing that who and what I am is God's favorite. Knowing that this truth is for everyone. We're all God's favorites. We're all individualized expressions of the Most High God. And I give thanks knowing I don't have to fix anything in 2026. It's already done. It's already done. All I need to do is be still and know and allow God to flow in all of its greatness, in all of its magnificence, in all of its sufficiency. I release these words into the universal mind of the Most High, knowing that where I stand is holy ground. Not because the ground is holy, but because I am. Take another deep breath. I release these words into the universal mind of the Most High God. As I said, I know it's already done and well done. And together we say, and so it is.
You can't stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. So lift up your voice. Let it be heard. Tell me your story. Tell it to me. Don't leave out a word. 'Cause I think I have been there too, and I'm a seeker just like you. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unbound. Unbound.
Thank you, practitioner Victoria Peoples, for that wonderful spiritual mind treatment. Let's give Victoria some love. She's been through a very heavy month, and we want to send you love and blessings. She lost her sister this month, and our condolences to you. And I have something for you after service, all right? All right. So if you're just joining us, welcome to the Spiritual Living Center Atlanta and our Burning Bowl and White Stone ceremony. Again, I'm Reverend Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I am so glad that you are with us today. Now, our Burning Bowl ceremony is SLCA's sacred ceremony. The theme for the month is the sacred season. And this is our sacred ritual that we do every year. It is where we get to contemplate anything that we no longer want in our lives, anything that we want to release from our lives. It could be old energy, old thought patterns and behaviors, anything or anyone's that no longer contribute to our highest and best good and intentions. And we get to release them symbolically through the process of fire. But fire has a cleansing energy, a releasing energy that says, be gone from my life type energy. I don't need you anymore. And I say symbolic because we all know that true release will require us to do more than just burn up a few pieces of paper. However, it is a ritualistic start that feels so good when we put match to paper. And it helps set us up for success as we move forward. Now, this ceremony is also about new beginnings, about welcoming in the new. New intentions, new energy and vibrations, new ways of being as we prepare to enter into the new year. You know, it has been said that the beginning of something, it could be the beginning of a week, but in this case, the beginning of a year can help serve as a new starting point for us, a reset. And we want to start the new year on a new path, a new journey, a new way of practicing. So the energy around the beginning of the year has the ability to serve as a catalyst for setting new intentions for our journey forward. And speaking of journeys, Dag Hammarskjöld, a Swedish diplomat and humanitarian, he once said, the longest journey is the journey inwards. The longest journey is the journey inwards. And Kennedy Schultz, the founder of the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, he said of Hammarskjöld's quote, he said, and that journey inward is the direction our journey through life must take when we decide that we, and we alone, shall be in charge of our destiny. So today we have the opportunity by going within our own minds and truly identify any and every blockage, restriction, negative habits, and energy that is hindering us from being fully in charge of our own destiny. The destiny we get to declare, the destiny we get to claim, and to boldly move forward and fully implement that journey and that destiny in our lives. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind and Spirit philosophy, said in the Declaration of Principles, he said, we believe in our own soul. We believe in our own spirit and our own destiny. Why? For we understand that the life of all is God. God, spirit, reality, the omnipresent power that has given us the greatest gift, and that is the power of our subconscious minds. It is the greatest gift, and we also have the greatest opportunity to learn how to use this powerful aspect of our minds. Now, I said earlier that burning up some words on a piece of paper is symbolic because true release requires us to do more. And I know that we all know this. We all know this at our core. But in case you have forgot, Just in case, I want to remind you that today is where we begin the true release process, where we have made the commitment to be born anew and step out of the ashes of the things we have burnt up or are about to burn up, and the things that keep us tethered and away from our destiny. You know, many years ago, I had a conversation with Esther Nicholson. Many of you know who Esther Nicholson is. She's spoken here several times over the decades. And she is an accomplished singer, an amazing New Thought practitioner and coach. And she said to me something that has always remained with me. She said that old belief patterns and habits that we want to release, that we want to get rid of, be done with, are insidious, because they are ingrained in our subconscious mind. And that word insidious, it means stealthily. That's a hard word to say. It's treacherous and it's deceitful. And she said, when you think you're done with whatever it is, here it comes around the corner in a different package, wearing a different coat, trying to control you. Like, why is this a thing? I burnt you up on December 28th. Why are you still here? It could be a person, it could be a behavior, it could be all that. But what I will tell you, if you're still vibrating at the same way that you're vibrating, you haven't changed, you haven't done your spiritual practice to change anything, guess what? It's on your doorstep again. It's been, well, I guess we could say it's because we have been rehearsing and entertaining these beliefs for so long, for so many years, and they have become a part of our subconscious programming. The subconscious mind is akin to a computer program that has received coding. I know that may sound strange, but it's true. The negative behavior or habits have become ingrained in our subconscious mind, just like on those old vinyls, how they would heat them up and then ingrain the vibrations in order for music to be played, right? And the only way you can get that off is if you heat it back up and make it smooth. And sometimes that's what we have to do with our subconscious mind through our spiritual practices. And I know they're probably like, there she goes again with those spiritual practices. But I won't stop telling you that's what's needed in order for us to change our frequency, change our behavior, and change the way things are showing up in our lives. And until we take that inward journey that Das talked about, that Kennedy talked about, with new spiritual practices and new ways of being, it will not relinquish its power. That's why it seems like our affirmations and affirmative prayers don't work at times. How many of you said, you know, Reverend Jean, you done prayed for me 5 times. Girl, I still don't see no abundance. I don't see any new relationships. I'm not understanding, right? Why is this not working? Again, if you're still vibrating at that old frequency, you're going to just repel and retract the same old things. You see, permanent release will require us to change at the subconscious and vibratory level. Oh, but I want to tell you, don't be discouraged, but be of good cheer. Because the science of mind is a teaching philosophy that gives you the knowledge and the tools to truly understand the working of your mind, especially your subconscious mind. So as we identify what it is we want to symbolically release today, let us remember that going forward, to be aware of all the ways that thing, what we want to release, may still show up. But that's an opportunity. You see, we have an opportunity to see it for what it is, right? A discordant fact. And what have we learned about facts? They're not the spiritual truth. They're not our spiritual truth. And facts can be changed. So, Next month, we're going to go back to the basis of the science of mind and spirit philosophy in order to learn and lay a good, solid foundation for us to harness the power of our conscious and subconscious mind. And we're going to bring forth all that we desire to be, to do, and to have. Yes, we're going to enter into 2026, and it's going to be filled with science and mind classes and workshops so that you get a solid understanding of these principles and how your mind works. And I will encourage you at every turn to establish spiritual practices so you can have a greater mastery over your mind, your life, and even your body. And I will be your greatest fan. I will be your greatest champion and encourage you to take your spiritual growth seriously. For I know that this philosophy is transformative, it is restorative, and it changes lives. Are you with me? Yes. All right. So let's take this moment right now. Let's make this moment a moment of sacred release. I want to invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze and go within with me and ask your higher self, what is it that must be released so that we are free, so that you are free to have a greater expression of your divine self, a greater expression of creativity, of love, a greater expression of abundance, wisdom. What must you release to have a greater expression of discernment, of joy? What is it that you are done with so that you can have a greater realization of the I am presence that is the source of your very life? Now, once that release, that thing is revealed to you, take out your package. Wrapped around that stone is flash paper. Take your pencil and write that which you are going to release.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering.
I know this is a little piece of paper, so be concise as possible. No dissertations. And when you are done, hold it up so I can see. Now let us bless this thing we are releasing. Hold it to your heart and let us know something greater together. Know with me that each one of us has within ourselves a deeper nature. And this deeper nature, we know that it is the living Spirit Almighty. It is more than humanity. It is where the being of humanity merges with the being of spirit. So as we dive deeply into our divine natures, let us realize that we enter that secret place of spirit. We will, like the old pilgrims, the old sages, our ancestors, they shed all which does not belong to the realm of our good. We deliberately drop that which would hurt, that which would hinder, that which holds us back. You see, we cannot enter the gate of good with doubts in our hearts. So we let go. We release everything and turn to that divine depth within our own nature, where the Spirit of God, the Spirit of love, and the Spirit of peace dwells with calm serenity. We withdraw into this place within, which has never been hurt, nor has it ever been sick, has always and forever lived in divine and eternal peace. We now release all that no longer serves our lives, our growth, our destiny. And so it is. Open your eyes now, for we are ready. Will this section come forth and line up at this table here? Will this section come forth and line up at this table here? Will this section come forth and line up at this table here? In this bowl are the practitioners and ministers that stand before you, as well as what I have put in to release for the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. Our community needs releasing too, of anything that would hold it back from thriving, anything that would hold it back from being a beacon of light, from anything that would hold it back from its true mission, which is to enable the seeker to find their own spiritual magnificence. Let us begin. As you return to your seats, let's continue to hold this moment sacred.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering.
Thank you. You may return to your seats. Thank you. All right. Feels good, right? Yes. Fire always feels good. Now we've come to the white stone part of our ceremony. The white stone ceremony was said to have originated from a passage in the New Testament, in fact, in Revelation. Revelation, to reveal, to be made known. And it states there, I will also give that person a white stone with a new name written on it, known only to the one who receives it. Revelations 2:17. Now, traditionally, it means to be free from guilt and condemnation, and you take on a new name that is pure. Now, we as metaphysicians have created and made it our own. It seems like this white stone is an opportunity for us to etch something in something permanent, as a permanent reminder of what we intend, what goal that we may have for the new year. We know that it has an inner understanding of a truth that forms the foundation for building new intentions in our lives. And we get to name it. We get to name a new idea for ourselves. And so I want you to take your stone out with your pencil. And I want you to know that this stone serves as a reminder of our true spiritual potential for our intention. We get to decide right now. So go within one more time with me. Go within, and I want you to ask your higher self, what intention, what word, what mantra will be your guiding light into the new year? And as you think of that word or words, also think about what spiritual practice will you commit to that will serve as an anchor for your intention, so that it becomes truly your foundation, your bedrock as you move into this new light, into this new way of being. Now open your eyes. Go ahead and write down what you intend on your stone. You see, we work with mental law, and we set our definite intention and have a clear idea of what quality of that which we desire to have fulfilled. And we have intent and permit that quality to be developed in our own minds and in our hearts. Our intention is fortified by our conviction. Thereby, we specialize the universal law. We do that, for it has been given unto us. Our intention is clear. Now it is set in stone. And we have faith in a power greater than we are. And based on this firm conviction, we know that we live in divine presence. And this presence wishes us only good, only abundance, only loving kindness. And so it is. All right. Everybody's got their stone written out? I'm going to save it for later. You're going to think about it? All right. I want to thank you. I want to thank all of you for being here today. And I want to thank you for your love and your support of the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. It's ceremonies like this that makes this day possible. Right? Your love, your support, your offerings. So I want you to take your offerings in your hand If you are a pledger like myself, I want you to hold it on your heart. And I want you to know with me as I say the grateful giving. I want you to know that you are loved, and we truly appreciate everything that you do for our center. I see you, and I love you. So join with me now in this grateful giving. Let's say this in one voice. I live in a universe of abundance, and as I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And so it is, SLCA. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Reverend Gene. Can I have Idella and Al? Let's sing some music together, shall we? Put your hands together.